Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.
Welcome to this week's Blunt Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I'm going to talk a little bit about the YouTube news. It reports that 50 Cent turns on Drake. And my question is, just because celebrities appear to be quote-unquote friends, are they just making money together? We all seem appalled to think that it was so absurd that Jay-Z decided that he and Diddy weren't friends. And I know people were talking about, but they took pictures together and they worked on these projects and they went to each other's house. Although I will say that other people had a very compelling argument. Ultimately, Jay-Z is the one who said they wasn't friends. And you have to think about, what does he consider a friend? So even Kendrick collaborated with Drake and decided that he hates the way this dude walk, talk, dress, and this. And I want to know, Kendrick, when did you start feeling that way, honey? The definition of a friend is a person that you know well, you like, you trust. They're not a family member, and they're not a romantic partner. They have trust and loyalty, mutual affection, support, and acceptance. And then there's common types of friends. And the close and best friend is deeply intimate. You have a high trust value, frequent communication, and significant emotional support. Maybe Jay-Z or 50 Cent and Drake didn't feel that they were deeply intimate and had a high level of trust and frequent communication. They might have frequent communication, but would they be considered friends? The next common type of friend is acquaintance. You're friendly, but you lack a deep bond, such as a coworker or a neighbor. Oh, that's bad. What happened to such and such? And then you go about your day. Then you have a casual or activity friend, people you spend time with for shared interests, such as a teammate on a team, or if you're in a group together and you volunteer on this day, or a church member that you probably teach Sunday school with or something like that. But that's what you call an activity friend. Then you have online friends. And those are connections made on a digital platform that may or may not transfer into digital life. So I feel like with some of the reporting that we have, such as 50 Cent then turned on Drake, and that Jay-Z does not consider himself friends with Diddy. These fans, I feel, have lost touch of reality and suffer from a touch of cognitive dissonance because they are too involved in these people's lives that they don't know. And a lot of the basis for some of the, I would call it YouTube news and these YouTube streets, is not called for. I just feel like they're too involved and it's not touching reality. But on the other hand, some people, they do a lot of research and they hold people accountable. You can lie and try to change the narrative if you want to, but it's somebody there always with some proof. But the ones that's arguing back and forth over people that they have never met or do not know or would not even sit at the same table with, to me is absurd. They get so involved. They love and they hate so hard. Look at how people got involved with when Papoose and Remy Ma split up, and she revealed that he was talking to somebody else, and he kind of like revealed that, well, I don't know if he revealed, he didn't clear up the fact that she was talking to somebody else, and how people got so polarized and took sides on it and don't know either one of them, but have a lot to say. And if I was Clarissa, I would not be arguing back with people, but she hadn't got there yet. But hey, but they love so hard, and the connection is considered online and may or may not, and mainly not when dealing with celebrities, translate into real life. So these people out here windmilling for their favorite artist, their favorite actor, their favorite this. And these people don't know them at all, and they get emotionally involved. Most celebrity friendships, in my opinion, from what I can see, is anywhere from acquaintance to activity friend. Like the friends on reality TV. People say all the time, these people are not really friends. They're just doing it for the camera. Well, if I have to film with a group of people, I'd rather film with that one, and that one. This one right here is messy. So I could see the activity friend. Collaborations. Are we gonna be seen together? We're gonna do this because we're gonna make this music right here, and you need to pull in each other fan bases. So you may see them together more, or chit chatting on social media, or have to go live and show this part of their life and all this kind of stuff, or even just being in appearances together. A lot of people who work together, especially in the celebrity realm, they just do what they got to do because they got to make their money. Then I just think about, what do we know about friends? Houdini said, friends. How many of us have them? Friends, one we can depend on. How many friends do we really have? And TLC said, what about your friends? Will they stand their ground or let you down? What about your friends? Will they be low down? Will they ever be around, or will they turn their backs on you? Sometimes people that you consider friends will be low down and turn their backs on you, especially if the dollar right, or if they, as I call them, jellybacks, and sit up and listen to other people instead of making sound decisions on your own. Now, T.I. said, if you see me in the club, remember you don't know me. So, as much as you think you know me, you don't. And we're just acquaintances, or we work together, or we're activity friends, or online friends that we would never meet in reality. So I just think that when it comes to some of these headlines for these news stories, and the perception of friendship in the celebrity realm and even the reality TV realm, these people are not friends. And I think that people loosely use the term, but hey, that's the reason why you have so much falling out, because you're really not friends. In order to become friends, I know you can just click with somebody when you first meet, but I think in order to be real friends, it has to be proven over time, because trust is just not given like that, and that's a major component of friendship. But that's all I have for you this week, and I'll see you on next week. Bye. Learn about the indie artist from the indie artist.
Well, I'm Janaki. I'm an artist.
Well, my name is Lauren, as you already said. I am a singer-songwriter.
So I'm Mark Pems. I originally come from the Caribbean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
My name is Brian Doucette. I'm an East Coast Canadian rocker.
And then I found myself in Las Vegas, where I'm at currently, for dancing for Cirque du Soleil with my own solo.
But Also learn from music industry professionals.
I'm a music producer. I've been producing professionally for about 14 years. I have worked with a couple people in the industry, Grammy nominated Trev Rich, Nisha from 702.
After I got my deal with Universal Music, after the Alicia Keys and Gunna record and many other that I've done, and then Alicia Keys was the #1 adult R&B song of the year.
I asked the questions.
That's a great question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Ooh, that is a good question.
Wow. I love all these questions. These are great. Like most of the questions that I get are like, tell me about Justin Bieber. It's like...
Indie Artist Music Hustle is for the indie artists, their fans, industry professionals, and the music lover. Subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, or the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, or Blonde Intelligence Facebook page. Don't forget to add me to your playlist. Bye.
It's been really fun, especially talking to someone across the pond. That's cool.